If you're between 67 and 82 years old, and you can still manage the 8 everyday activities we'll be talking about in a moment, you're not only aging well, you're ahead of most people your age. You might be surprised, but your likelihood of living to a very old age is higher than you might have imagined. That's because living a long life isn't just about the family you were born into or a bit of luck. Instead, it often comes down to the daily habits you may not even realize are important, small actions that add up day after day. Many folks think getting older automatically means getting weaker, becoming unsteady, or slowing down. But that isn't always the case. In fact, there are people well into their 70s and 80s who still move with comfort, think clearly, and stay active in their day-to-day lives. The secret is they've kept certain important abilities that others tend to lose as the years go by. These skills are strong hints about how well you may age, and even how many more years you might have ahead. So today, we're going to look at 8 signs that show you're truly thriving as you get older. Some of these may be surprising, but each one says something meaningful about your physical health, your mind, and how you're doing overall. Make sure you stay with me until the last one, because the final sign is often overlooked, yet it can have a major impact on both the length and quality of your life. But before we begin, if you haven't joined our community yet, go ahead and subscribe and set up alerts so you'll always know when new videos are out. If you enjoy what you hear today, please leave a 1 in the comments below. And if this video isn't quite what you hoped for, feel free to let me know by typing 0. I always want to make things better for you. Let's go ahead and begin. One of the most important clues that you're aging in a healthy way isn't about how far you can walk or how much you can lift. It's actually much simpler than that. If you're able to rise from a chair without needing to push off with your hands, you're doing better than many others in your age group. This movement may seem small, but it means your legs are still strong, you have steady balance, and your coordination is working well. It shows your lower body can still support you on its own, which is especially important as we get older, since the muscles in our legs tend to get weaker over time unless we use them. The more you challenge those muscles, even in small ways, the more they'll stand up to the test of time. Take a moment to remember the last time you stood up from your favorite chair. Did you have to use your hands to push off? Did you need to lean forward and throw your weight just to get moving? Or did you stand up smoothly without really thinking about it? If it felt easy and natural, that's a wonderful sign that your core and leg muscles are still working as a team. And that's a great indicator for your health moving ahead. Let's think about someone like Bill, who's now 78. He's always liked keeping active, but one evening he noticed he needed a little push from his chair after reading the newspaper. He didn't think much of it at first, but when his doctor brought it up during a checkup, Bill learned that this kind of muscle weakness could make him more at risk of falling in the future. So he decided to make a change. He began doing very basic exercises, like lifting his legs while sitting and slowly raising up on his toes. In just a couple of months, he was standing up without any trouble, and he gained a new sense of confidence too. Why does this matter so much? Weak legs are a leading reason many older people have falls, and falls are the main cause of injury hospital visits for people in later life. The most encouraging news is that your leg strength can improve no matter your age. All it takes is regular practice. So next time you stand up, notice if you use your hands or not. If you can get up easily using just your legs, you're ahead of the game. That's a real accomplishment, and you should feel proud. Another meaningful sign of strong aging isn't just about how far you go on your feet. It's about how quickly you move when you walk. If you're between 67 and 82 and can walk at a steady, energetic pace without having to stop for a breath, you're probably doing better than you realize. Your walking speed tells us a lot about your body's overall condition, how your heart, lungs, and muscles are working together. Studies have shown that people who keep up a brisk pace in their later years tend to live longer and have fewer health concerns. Walking quickly means your heart is pumping steady, your lungs are giving your body the oxygen it needs, and your muscles are strong enough to keep you moving. Think about your last walk. Did you move with energy and purpose, or did you find yourself needing frequent breaks? For many, losing stamina creeps up little by little, and suddenly those short walks seem much longer than before. Take Susan, who's now 76. She's loved her evening strolls for years, but lately she noticed she was moving more slowly and catching her breath more often. She thought, maybe it's just aging, but her doctor suggested she work on picking up the pace bit by bit. Susan started timing herself and tried walking a little quicker every few days. Before long, her legs felt stronger, she breathed more easily, and her whole day seemed to have more energy. Walking fast might seem like just a small thing, but it also helps keep your mind in shape. People who walk with purpose often have better memories and stay sharper, because being active helps keep your brain healthy too. If you want to check yourself, try this. Walk as you usually do for about 10 feet, then add a little speed, like you're hurrying to answer the door. If you can do this comfortably, without getting short of breath, it's a wonderful sign. And if it doesn't feel easy right now, don't worry. Strength and stamina can both grow back with simple walks and gentle leg movements, a little more each day. Next time you head out for a stroll, ask yourself, am I walking with confidence and strength? If you are, you're not just moving well, you're truly thriving as you age. Let's talk about balance. This is something most of us don't really think about until we notice it's not what it used to be. Being able to stand on one foot, even for about 10 seconds, shows your body is holding up well. That small ability means your muscles, nerves, and reflexes are all working together smoothly. Standing on one foot uses your legs, center strength, your balance system in your inner ear, and even your eyes. Every one of these parts needs to work properly to keep you steady. If any of them start to fade, balance can be the first thing to slip. Remember the last time you tried to put on a sock while standing? Could you manage, or did you have to reach for something to lean on? Let me introduce you to Henry, who's 78. He enjoys long walks, but one morning as he was dressing, he realized he couldn't stay steady on one leg, not even for a few seconds. Although he didn't fall or get hurt, it gave him pause. He started adding simple balance exercises like standing heel lifts and shifting weight from side to side into his daily routine. Before long, he felt much more stable and secure moving about. Good balance doesn't just help you avoid falls, it's key to keeping your freedom as you grow older. If you're curious where you stand, try this. Hold on near a counter, lift one foot, and see if you can stay balanced for about 10 seconds. If you can, that's terrific news. If you wobble, don't be discouraged. Practice makes a big difference, even with a few minutes each day. Besides helping you feel steady, good balance lets you walk with more assurance and keep doing the things you love independently. Here's another important sign to look for: being able to get to the ground and back up on your own. If you can lower yourself to the floor and stand back up without extra help, you have a skill that many people your age start losing. This means your legs have retained strength, your core is stable, and you're flexible enough to move under control. Think about the last time you sat on the floor, tied your shoe, or had to kneel. Did you hesitate, wondering if you could get up easily? Many adults avoid getting down low, sometimes out of worry that standing again will be too tough. But when you don't practice a movement, your body can lose it over time. Let's look at Mary, 80, who used to be very active. One afternoon, her granddaughter asked her to sit on the living room floor for a puzzle, and Mary realized she wasn't sure she could stand again without support. Afterwards, she began working on her flexibility and strength, slow kneeling, light squats, learning to get up smoothly. Step by step, she rebuilt her confidence and her freedom to move however she liked. Why does this matter? The ability to rise from the floor is closely tied to staying independent over the long run. Those who struggle with this tend to face more challenges with everyday tasks. The good news is, anyone can improve with care and practice. Try lowering yourself down near a chair. Then see if you can stand back up without pulling on anything for support. If you can, that's something to celebrate. If not, gentle practice will help you get better, day by day. The more freely you can move, the more you keep your independence. Let's talk about everyday strength. Being strong isn't about lifting huge weights at the gym. It's about handling simple daily chores without effort. If you're still able to carry a full bag of groceries from the car or store without having to stop or strain, that's a great indicator of good aging. Carrying groceries doesn't only use your arms, it also needs helping hands from your shoulders, back, and your grip. Believe it or not, doctors often look at grip strength to help measure how someone's body is aging, because it tells so much about overall muscle health. Remember the last time you brought in shopping bags? Did you manage them easily, or start to ask for help with the heavier things you once did with ease? These changes can happen gradually and often quietly. Let's think of Susan, now 77, who always prided herself on carrying all the bags in one go. Then, one day, she realized the bags felt heavier, not because they held more, but because her strength was slipping. She decided to add simple daily exercises, shoulder presses, gentle weights, and squeezing a small ball to keep her hands strong. Within a few months, everyday lifting became easy again, and Susan felt a renewed sense of energy. The key message? You don't need fancy gym equipment. Simply keeping active and doing small strength exercises can rebuild your muscles. When you're able to carry what you need, you stay independent and ready for the next challenge life brings. Climbing stairs might sound easy, but it's actually a clear test for how well your heart, lungs, and leg muscles are working together. If you can still walk up a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath, you're in better shape than many your age. Climbing stairs uses your heart to pump, your lungs for oxygen, and your leg muscles for strength, each and every step. Think back to the last time you took the stairs. Did you climb them smoothly or find yourself pausing halfway, needing a break? Sometimes, avoiding stairs becomes a habit when it feels hard. You might start using elevators more or avoiding places with many steps. Yet the less you use your muscles, the faster they weaken. Let's meet George at 75. He always preferred stairs, but one day, after just a short climb, he needed to rest. Instead of avoiding stairs, he made them a part of his routine. Just a few steps at first, adding more with time, along with short walks and simple exercises. Before long, George noticed stairs didn't tire him out anymore. Stairs push your body in a way that's natural and useful. If you can still take them without trouble, it's a sign of lasting strength and endurance. So if stairs are still no problem for you, that's another mark of healthy aging. Memory tells us a lot about how our brains are doing as we get older. If you're between 67 and 82 and you remember names, everyday conversations, and important details without much trouble, you're doing better than most. Sharp memory isn't just about remembering facts. It points to strong circulation, healthy nerves, and active thinking patterns in your brain. Ever stop in the middle of a sentence and forget what you meant to say? Or do you still recall a recent conversation clearly? These little moments say a lot about your mind. Take Henry, now 80, who still remembers things he talked about last week and has no trouble learning how to use new gadgets. His routine? He reads each morning, enjoys puzzles, and often checks in with family and friends. Staying mentally active is like keeping your muscles strong. Your mind needs exercise too. If you keep up with conversations, enjoy solving problems, and remember plans and details, your mind is staying young. And if you notice more slips in memory, don't worry. The brain, like the body, can get sharper with practice. Puzzles, group talks, reading, or even a simple walk can help keep your brain active. So, if you know what day it is when you wake up, remember meals and can recall details from yesterday. You're showing real mental strength. How you wake up each day quietly reveals a lot about how your body is functioning. If you're between 67 and 82 and find yourself waking naturally, feeling rested, clear-headed, and ready for the day ahead, you're showing a sign of lasting wellness. Sleep is the body's repair time, when your mind resets and your body builds up defenses. But as we get older, sleep can become more elusive. It can be hard to fall asleep, or you might wake up and still feel tired. But if you're one of the lucky few who wakes up naturally, without an alarm, and feels truly refreshed, that's a rare treat. Let's talk about Nancy, who's 76. She noticed she started waking up tired and sluggish, but after making a few changes, setting a regular bedtime, turning off screens earlier, and starting a calming evening habit, her sleep began to improve. She started her days feeling alert, with more focus and strength than before. It's worth remembering that good sleep isn't just about minutes or hours. The depth and quality of your rest also matter. Meaningful sleep brings sharper thinking, a stronger heart, and a better mood. If you can honestly say you greet each morning with steady energy and a clear mind, you're giving your body the recovery it needs. If not, even a few gentle changes, a steady bedtime, less caffeine, or a quiet nighttime routine, can help return lost energy. Waking up well isn't just a nice bonus. It's one of the strongest signs your body's aging in a healthy way. As we wrap up, I invite you to quietly think about these 8 markers of healthy aging. Are you able to stand easily from a chair, walk with purpose, balance on one foot, or get up from the floor on your own? Can you manage a full bag of groceries, climb stairs without getting worn out, remember daily details, and wake up feeling refreshed? If you answered yes to many of these, you're doing something extraordinary. You're keeping your strength, mental sharpness, stamina, and independence. And that, more than almost anything, is what real longevity looks like. Many people believe aging means declining or having to give up what matters most, but a healthy mind and body can stay strong much longer than you might expect, if you care for them, even with small efforts each day. If you noticed an area where you feel a bit weaker, remember it's never too late to improve. Muscles can regain strength, balance can be rebuilt, memory can sharpen, and stamina can return. Your body can adapt at any stage of life with patience and steady effort. So, which of these signs did you connect with most? Is there one you'd like to focus on starting today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment, share something you learned, or tell us what step you plan to take. Your ideas and stories help inspire everyone who listens. If you found this video helpful or meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support encourages us to bring you more helpful messages and uplifting advice. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care, and we look forward to joining you again in the next video.